Hello and welcome to the show. I am here on Forza 6 with a challenge. I will start though by saying thank you very much to the guys from Turn 10 for sending me an early unlock code for this game so I could play around with it and so that I can do videos for you guys. What we're going to be doing is an overtaking challenge. One of the cards that you can get from the mods is a dare card that sends you to the back of the field. Normally the game will start you in 12th. This I'm going to be starting from 24th, which means there's going to be a lot of cars ahead of me for me to try and overtake and survive racing against in this particular event. Now, we are going to be racing, as you can probably guess, from the car that's on the screen at the moment, the touring cars. I was very excited to see official touring cars come to the Forza series, so naturally we had to go racing. And as I'm playing this in the free play mode, so that I can mess around with the dare card, I have set the driver tars to only use S-Class front-wheel drive cars, which means everybody is going to be running in touring cars. There'll be a mixture of the World Touring Car Civics that we have here, and the British touring cars, Audi, Mercedes, and Toyota. Yeah, I'm going to see how high I can come through the field. 10-lap race at Sebring Club in the pouring rain. Fingers crossed it'll be a good race. I'm hoping we can... Victory is unlikely. I have the driver tars on the hardest difficulty. I'm hoping I can come up through the field, get a decent finish. In fact, victory is nigh on impossible. Third place, if the field stays close together, I can get a good first lap. I might be able to get a podium. But that is, yeah, there's going to be a lot of ifs and buts, and there's no gap for me to fire myself through. Oh, the Toyota's turned in on me. That's helpful. Damn it. It's not been a terrible first corner. Oh, everybody's checking up on the way out of it. Is there going to be a gap there? If there is, it's going to end up on the grass very quickly. Uh-oh. This is not a good idea, going too wide up towards the horrible, horrible puddle. It's fine. Everybody is checking up ahead. This is going to end really badly. I think someone got a big slide through the puddle, and everybody here is all now trying to brake and avoid them. Oh, water on the outside there. Didn't realise about that one. God damn it, you've got to be so careful of the water. Somebody else is checking up. It's, again, all it takes when everybody is as close as they are at the start of a race, one car to start getting sideways, and then everybody checks up to avoid them, and it just concertinas its way through the field. We're on the outside of a Mercedes I didn't even know was there. Thank you for poking the yellow nose of that car alongside to let me know that you were there. Oh, we're going to have to back out of that one there. We're going to get stuck on the outside, I think, Mercedes. Oh, I expect the Mercedes to have a go at the inside. He was a little bit too far back. Oh, no Civic. We're being forced across the grass. Okay. Well, that was not a fun place to be. That nearly ended disastrously. I'm really glad the way that the track curved around that it just sort of spat me back out onto the road. Right. End of lap one. A bit of a hectic lap one. You can see how far the leaders have already got ahead, and we are up into the 16th place. Now, I am pretty good under brakes into turn one. I was very, very much thinking about having a dive there. The problem is when you've got so many cars sort of in a group ahead of you, if you have a big dive, it's very easy to end up in the back of the car ahead. If he's been slow... Oh, where is that Mercedes going? I don't know. Oh, it's all being crazy at the moment. It's fine. We're still alive. Now we come to the big puddle. How's best to deal with it? Not like that. Not like that at all. Boot it. We're in a front-wheel drive car. We can recover. We can recover. We may end up out a little bit wrong through here. No, it's fine. Oh, that was a horrible, horrible moment. The big puddle is the bane of this track, trying to get it right through there. Now, I have a technique that I like to use around this circuit. The problem is if you get it slightly wrong, you're going to have a big off. I can be flat out through there, but I have to be perfect, and I wasn't that time around. Can we get to the inside of the Merc through this next corner? I think we probably can. Oh, here's a Toyota getting a big wrong moment up ahead. Oh, hello. That Civic is giving me another bump through that exactly the same section as well. Okay, well, despite... Oh, Mercedes is off. Mercedes is rally crossing over there. Going to come back on. It's going to be fine. I've got much better drive down this straight now. We're going to be up to 14th by the end of lap 2. Slightly frantic first couple of laps, but we are okay. No cars around, so we can go later on the brakes into turn 1. One thing I have found just in general about Forza 6 is I'm braking too early on a lot of corners. You can be really quite aggressive. Admittedly, that time there I wasn't quite well positioned enough, but you can be really quite aggressive on the brakes and get away with a lot of things. This is the tactic that I like to do, and it worked that time around. You run the curb on the inside. Where are you going to go, Toyota? Well, I brake a little early that time. Wasn't much choice because there was a Toyota coming back on the track. You run the curb on the inside, and if you can keep your wheels on the curb and keep it nailed, you are fine. which sounds slightly weird because curbs are normally quite dangerous, but when you've got such standing water down there at such high speeds, it's safer. Admittedly, if you do get it wrong, if you hit the curb too hard, it can tip the car sideways and then you're on the water, sideways at speed, not going to end prettily. Okay, well, fine. And if you don't get the wheels enough on the curb, you're going flat out through there in a 380 horsepower front-wheel drive car, and you're likely to end. It's likely to be a similar scenario. Oh, that Toyota was close. Well, I say it was close. The rear-view mirror on this car is very deceptive. The wing mirrors are fine, but the actual main rear-view mirror, the cars look an awful lot closer than they actually are, so you've got to remember that when driving the Civic. Right, we're going to have a dive at turn 1. I'm not going to go too risky under brakes. No need to do anything too stupid at this stage. Mercedes is not going to hold it around the outside. I have seen the driver-tars do some impressive around the outside manoeuvres through that particular corner, but the Mercedes didn't fancy it. Right, attack the curb. That's when we attack the curb too much. We've saved it though. Front wheel drive, we can get away with that. Let's not do that one again though, okay? Civic, I might need a new race suit after that one. That was a huge twitch, but we didn't lose any time for it, really, to the cars ahead. My heart rate is not doing too good, but the Civic is still fine, and we've got a group of Civics up ahead. I can never decide on that corner there. I'm always wanting to take a wide line to avoid the puddle, but I really don't think it's faster. I think you're better just taking the normal racing line. Yeah, you will probably get a bit of understeer, a bit of aquaplaning going on, but I think it's a better route for taking that corner. The Civic in, what position is that? Alright, we're up to the top 10 almost. He had a big twitch and confused the car behind him, and yeah, he backed out of it, so we managed to make a nice simple overtake there. Wheel on the puddles as well, pulling the car sideways. Again, I think we're going to be having a big dive at turn 1 if we can be close enough. Yeah, I think we will be. Slipstream a little bit. They will brake quite early into here. We will just go a little bit later on the brakes. Oh, look, actually we will. I'm trying to play it not too kamikaze. I can go very late on the brakes into there, but with the driver tars around, I'm wanting to make sure I get the pass done cleanly, which we have done. Now, through here, again, attack the curb. There we go, much nicer. Still got a little twitch on, but it was much nicer. Oh, we're late on the brakes. Oh, he's going to close the door. We did get it stopped, though. I wasn't really intended to have a go there, I will be honest. That was just me braking it. I was pushing it, and I was braking a little bit later than normal, and we nearly found ourselves in a compromising position. Fortunately, I could still get the car stopped. Okay, we're out wide anyway. The one thing you do have to be careful is if you are going to try and avoid that puddle and take a wider line, it's very easy to dip a wheel into the puddle, and then as you're out wider, you suddenly get big understeer, and then you're off the track. I did that when playing the demo quite a lot. It's a very, very easy thing to have the cars do. Oh, I've been too slow through there. And that's one of the points where I can't decide if I want second gear, because it takes a little bit of time to get going, or whether I want first and then get a lot of wheel spin. Either way, we're not off the track at least, so I will take that. We may be in range to have a big dive into turn 1. I probably could have done. If I'd been a little braver on the brakes, I might have been able to, but I changed my mind on that one, and he was actually pretty good on the brakes down there. I think that's an Audi I spy up ahead. I could do with some more of the cars up ahead having issues. The problem is that the pack hasn't really stayed very close together. Oh, the Audi did have issues. In fact, actually, yeah, I can see, it looks like a Mercedes is up there. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple more cars up there. If cars are close together, the driver tars are more likely to have little issues going through the corners, so they may be compromised by the cars around them and so on. It's the big puddle, really, at this track that is the main problem area. Well, for anything, let's face it. Oh, Civic's getting a twitch. In fact, we have caught a lot to that group, so I'm thinking they had an off through the fast puddle. And we're going to go to the inside. Unusual, well, perhaps an unusual overtaking spot. Is a tough overtaking spot, that one. Is a very small braking zone, so you've got to be very committed and be very close to actually try and make that particular manoeuvre stick. Final turn. Final turn is actually also a pretty tough overtaking spot. It can be done. I like the Sebring Club Circuit as a track for racing because there are plenty of overtaking spots. There's plenty of sort of half overtaking spots and then a few really good ones. So, yeah, you often get quite a lot of close racing around here. I'm doing pretty consistent lap times, which I'm pleased about, in the 14s. One thing that I will say, the Civic, the World Touring cars are slightly more powerful than the British Touring cars. You'll probably be wondering about that. They do all actually end up with very, very similar PIs between all of them. The World Touring car, certainly this Civic, Audi's out wide. I'm a little bit out of control, so let's not force the point too much down there. Just want to get it stopped without having a crash. Yeah, the Civics are slightly more powerful, and I'm sure in the dry, and certainly with the drivatars driving them in the wet, they can be very, very quick. I struggle with these cars for a couple of reasons. Well, the main reason being that the turbo lag, I do struggle to try and decide what gear I want to be in. And being a bit more powerful, they do actually get quite a bit more wheel spin than the Audis. I did like driving the Audi, so I actually end up driving them at fairly similar pace, and maybe slightly quicker, only slightly quicker in the Civic. So they are pretty evenly balanced. Certainly in the rain with me driving them anyway. I'm sure better drivers could drive the Civic quicker, but yeah, I've been having a few troubles getting this car around quickly. We are up to 9th though, and we're probably going to get 8th if I get this braking manoeuvre right. Yeah, he's going to brake quite early. I can get it stopped from the 300-metre board, but I'm really conscious of doing something silly with it. Oh, the Audi was off the track anyway, going around the outside. Yeah, I don't want to kind of go too aggressive on the brakes. It's so easy just to lock them ever so slightly. It really does not take much to have a massive, massive moment when it's pouring with rain. Oh, I see some more cars off the track. This is what I'm talking about. They're close together. They're fighting for position. And yeah, somebody gets it a little bit wrong. If they're on their own, they tend to be pretty good. But somebody gets it a bit wrong. Let's face it, going through that corner flat out, it is so tough to make sure it stays on the road every time. We're on lap 8 now, and I've had a couple of scary moments, but we have stayed on the, well, just about stayed on the track for most of the time. Get it stopped, get it stopped. I understeer. Come on, Honda. I can sniff a couple more positions, but maybe we could get up to 6th. We're not going to get any higher unless the car's up ahead. Look at the size of the gap that Leaders has got to us. They've absolutely pissed off completely. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is the leader that is going down the back straight now. Second and that group are all pretty close. Look how far the leader is ahead of all of us. And that's what getting stuck in traffic will do to you. What was that lap? 14.6. I really need to be going quicker. In all honesty, I have seen that the drivatars do 12. I think they did very, very high 12s with the, or they can sometimes do high 12s with the Civics. Yeah, not a hope in hell am I going to be able to do that one, I'm afraid. Oh, Puddle got us sliding them. They're off again. They're not having a good race here. No, Mercedes on the outside. On the outside here, dude. Oh, not going to hold it though. He's got too much grip. They're too good around the inside. Yeah, if they keep falling off the road like that, I'll get the pair of you guys. But to be fair, it may be me on the final lap. Right, come on. Let's try and do something in these closing laps. No, bugger it. That's what I was doing about having problems with that corner. It's so easy to try and get a little bit greedy. Just clonk the puddle or hook the curb or do all sorts of silly things, and now we're across the grass in the wet. It's never a sensible thing to be doing, really. I'm hoping is if you guys can be slow off this corner there, they're pretty good. They will jump through the puddles. The normal racing line down there. Oh, it's not ideal because I've got 2 cars to deal with directly ahead of me. Oh no, we're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. I'm going up the inside of the pair of you here. No, we're not going to stop. Oh, we're on the grass. I've made it stick with a little bump. I was happy to do that. There was a Civic-sized gap and I went for it. And I had a wheel on the grass and we got it stopped. I'm not sure if I bumped the Mercedes or whether the Mercedes was already going wide. I think they may have already been going slightly wide on their own. I just helped them along a little bit. Oh, that was that was a risky one. That was insane. 3 wide into the first hairpin in the pouring rain. I'm up to the 6th place here. The leaders are miles gone at the front of the pack. In fact, I do now see a car with many more laps. Maybe I could catch. Maybe I could get second. Oh, piss. Maybe not if I do that anymore. We're going to play in the grass. No, come on, Honda. Come on. I've driven relatively well this race. No, Civic, come back. Didn't even realise there were cars that close behind me. Oh, bugger it. We may not end up with 6th anymore. Damn it. Yeah, we're not going to get sick. Piss. I'm very annoyed by that. They did so well. My one mistake came on the final lap and we will lose that hard-earned 6th. I thought they were much further back from that. Never mind. Well, we get the 7th place in the end with the Civic. That was a eventful race. I'm very proud of that 3 wide overtake into turn 1. Annoyed that I pissed it all away on the final lap, or the final couple of corners, but I got the overtake done. The touring cars are fantastic fun. They really are very, very good fun to race. Relatively easy cars just to pick up and drive. Yeah, sure, they're quite powerful front-wheel drive cars, but they have so much grip. They are, yeah, pretty damn impressive vehicles to go racing with, and of course, the rain. Always interesting. Rain is always a good fun thing to be racing in. What are we going to get? No cars to be winning this time around. Let's see what we can. You can give me $1 million. That'd be pretty useful. 50,000. That's about the least exciting thing I've won as well from the from the wheel spins, which is saying something. Yeah, you get plenty of interesting stuff from it, and we get some more affinity with Honda. Well, there we go. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And until next time, goodbye.